Everyone. Hi everyone. I am going to talk about the career path that I chose to assess or the profile. Um, I have some special needs kids, so that really interests me, and so I looked into doing or researching the career for a behavioral educator assistant. And for a long time, I thought these were just people that were in the education field. But they do accept people in the family, home and marriage, or home and family fields. And they also accept people in like sociology or social services and things like that. Anyway, the one place that I found that was actually a posting of a job, so I thought I would get a real description of what they wanted or needed, was in Alabama, and it's part of a autism and behavioral health center, which is, I think, a souped up name for behavior, like a preschool for behavior or special needs kids, or elementary education for these type of children. And mostly they're in contained classrooms, which means they're moderate to severe. And as I was thinking of that, I recognized that I knew someone that actually worked with special needs kids as a teaching assistant. And so I contacted her, and she shared what some of her stresses are from doing her job. And one of them was food diversions or food distractions. She mentioned that when parents come, either the kids don't eat at home, and so they want them to feed them at school because they want to eat at home. But what they pack for the kids to eat, they won't eat at school either. And so the teachers and assistants feel a lot of stress of trying to get good nutrition into these kids. And because a lot of them have sensory issues, getting them to eat healthy foods or any foods sometimes can be a great task. And she said it is the major stress. She said people would think it would be other things, but that is the most stressful thing that they deal with on an everyday basis, is trying to get these kids to eat and eat healthy. The other thing is their social cues are not as great, and so they share lots of bodily fluids, snot, and when they blow their nose, they get boogers everywhere, and then they give you hugs, and they don't know about spatial boundaries. And so that's an issue too when it's the cold season or flu season or their stomach viruses or things like that going around. They don't understand that they can give those to others. And so that can be an issue when everybody's sick in the room, or a lot of kids are sick and a lot of the assistants or teachers are sick. Another problem is a lot of parents of special needs kids have a lot of individual demands for each one of their kids, and sometimes that's difficult for teachers and assistants to be able to follow all the different rules that each parent has for each one of their kids and still be able to make sure it's an environment that everyone can work within. The requirements for education is either a bachelor's in education, sociology or social work, or like I said, home and family. The other, they will accept associate degrees, sometimes depending on if you have prior experience, but usually in those areas. The salary ranges start out from $17,000 a year up into an experienced person could be earning up to $36,000 a year. A lot of times these teaching assistant jobs don't last very long because people do get tired. It can be over many years, it can be very stressful, and so that's one thing to be mindful of, that it can be a temporary job as you move on to something else in the same field or not. But I hope you guys gained some information. Thanks.